We're back on the SportsMax zone. The Reggae Boyz outclassed their opponents in the return leg of CONCACAF Nations League Group A in action at the National Stadium on Tuesday. The boys beat Suriname 3-1 thanks to goals from man of the match Rabel Morrison, Junior Flemings and Bournemouth attacker Jamal Lowe. The crucial win was played out to a protest from some spectators in the stands demanding sweeping changes at the helm of the Jamaica Football Federation.
Here to stay. Those were the sentiments echoed by Coach Paul Hall after defeating Suriname 3-1 at the National Stadium in Kingston, Jamaica on Tuesday. After approximately 36 hours of turmoil, during which he threatened to resign, Hall happy.
Well, listen, I'm not here. Anytime Jamaica calls me, I'm here. You know, I've always been committed since 1996, and I've never let Jamaica down since in terms of commitment. So I'm happy.
Hall also spoke about the impact the senior players had on the win.
And like I say, we brought in more experience in the second game, and I'm just glad that we had a point to take away. I wanted 3 points to take to Mexico, and the boys gave us 4 points. So really happy and really looking forward to the next game now.
Attacker Junior Flemings, who scored his second goal in as many games for Jamaica, stressed the importance of teamwork.
The more we can control our individual performance, I think, you know, collectively as a team that we show. And I think everyone has to just step it up a notch of putting 110%, and then we can generate that effort together.
Flemings added that the team had something to prove.
Yeah, especially everyone knows what went down in the last 24 hours, so we had to come out here and make a statement. Most important to get 3 points, and I think the team did that well.
With 1 week left before the Reggae Boyz battle Mexico in Kingston, stand-in skipper Damian Lowe spoke about the upcoming challenge.
Now we can get some rest, we can, you know, get the jet lag out our bodies, we can prepare well for a week before the game. You know, now we have some of the core players back with us, so should be a good test.
Lowe also highlighted the close-knit relationship between the players and coach.
You know, I believe when players trust a coach, you'll get anything out of them. You understand? And he's trying, and we see that he's making every effort on and off the field to make sure that we're fully focused and we're prepared. So we just have to pay him back with results, you know, and just max effort out there today.
While the players were playing their hearts out on the field, supporters were out in their numbers, with some lifting a banner with the words JFF, enough is enough. The protest was organized by supporters prior to the match in response to the recent controversies surrounding Jamaica's football administration. Jamaica now sit atop Group A on 4 points ahead of Suriname, who only has 1 point. Mexico have yet to play their first fixture. They will open their account away to Jamaica next week, Tuesday, inside Independence Park.
Yes, so the Reggae Boyz getting the result they needed and the result they wanted, 3-1 over Suriname. But so much to discuss coming out of this fixture, which was a climax for the players of a pretty 2-3 days of turmoil.
Yeah, and for me, well, when I got to National Stadium, the first question was, will the players take the field? Because we knew about them, you know, days before, hours before, saying that they would not play if Dalton Wynn didn't resign or didn't step down or wasn't fired or whatnot. So, you know, a lot of people just confused George and Lance as to whether they would take the field. The moment I saw them, I was like, okay, so they're warming up, things are looking good. But still, in the back of your mind, you're wondering whether you're going to get a comprehensive performance from them or if they're going to let things affect them based on what's happening off the field. What I saw, though, is a team of players that just wanted to prove something, despite me asking them at the end of the game if, you know, they had anything to prove or, you know, they were doing it because they wanted to send a message. Based on the unity that we saw from the players, I got that sentiment, and I hope that moving forward, George and Lance, they keep up the chemistry that we saw last night.
Well, you know, people who will be trifling over the details will say, well, all right, so they got by Suriname. Suriname not a strong team. And I'd say to them, well, in the World Cup qualifying, there were teams in the group that weren't strong teams and we didn't beat them. So you can't knock the boys for knocking off a team that's not strong. That's what you do when you get opponents that you are stronger than. So I'm very happy for the result, very happy for Paul Hall. This can give impetus to the program on his charge. And he couldn't have asked for a better result and in part a better performance than he got ahead of the next Nations League assignment, which is away in Mexico, which is the acid test, of course, in the group. So on field, I'm happy that things have come together. The circumstances, the situation rather over the past 48 hours would have served to galvanize the boys. And I saw some of that galvanizing effect in the performance. And it is the difficulty for professionals is to find something amid turmoil to have the group bond together. And in bonding, each man plays for the other and plays for the collective. That's what we saw. There have been games in the qualification Group World Cup where we didn't see that, and I'm happy to take more of that, which I saw last night, for the remainder of the Nations League campaign.
Yeah, and top performance there lands from Ravel Morrison. A lot of people after the match saying if they had to give an MVP, they'd give it to him. What did you all make of his performance?
Yeah, I think he played well. He's a player with a lot of quality, and for many has been an underachiever, given what he had promised, let's say, 10 years ago, and part of the Man United setup early in his professional career. So I think when we see Ravel Morrison deliver the kind of performance that he did last night, I don't think it surprises anyone, because I think, technically he is a highly skilled player, and has a lot to offer Jamaica if he's committed and inspired. I heard Damien Lowe say in that interview I'd done with him at the end of the match that they now have 7 days to get themselves ready and so on. We did have news coming through in the last hour that Leon Bailey has been involved in a car accident. The early indications are that he may not be badly hurt. We expect to hear more news on that. But that is an early setback here for a Mexico assignment that will always be difficult for Jamaica.
Definitely a cause for concern. And even yesterday when I saw the team named by the JFF, George and Lance, Leon's name not on it. So, everybody was already asking, what's going on with Leon? Is it that he's carrying an injury? But he seemed to be in good spirits. And just, hearing news of that accident a couple minutes ago just shows you that, today, here and tomorrow, anything can happen. Any situation can happen. And, I really hope that everything is okay based on what we've seen from just the initial reports. And, of course, we'll continue to keep the viewers updated once we know more.
Of course, important in this Nations League is a qualifying spot for the CONCACAF Gold Cup, which Jamaica expects to get to. The Mexico assignment will be tough, but because both Suriname and Jamaica have to play Mexico, and the Jamaicans have already moved ahead of Suriname, you have to fancy, George and Mariah, Jamaica's chances of making the top two in the group and securing their Gold Cup spot.
It would be a day of mourning if we can't get through. Well, we've already done the hard bit, which is to take 4 points from Suriname. Paul Hall was intimating to that when he did the post-game interview. The Mexicans, we can take something from them. The Mexicans still not the force that they were, still not the Mexico that I'm used to seeing. So I fancy us to get at least a point from the two games. Look, it wouldn't surprise me if we went to Mexico and got at least a point, yeah? And if we get a point there, I'd expect us to get 3 when we play them here. So I really think if we take 4 points from Suriname, we can take 4 from Mexico. I'm not going to be greedy and say 6.
Yeah, and yesterday I asked about Andre Blake because I wanted to ask about him to find out what's up, what's the update. And Damien said that, he's not feeling well, George and Lance. So I said, okay, so I know you're not a doctor, but how long do we, do we anticipate that he's back? Is it whatever he's sick with that it'll keep him out of the game for long? So he said, no, we should expect to see him very soon. So somebody that, I think genuinely adds a lot to the Jamaica Reggae Boyz team. We're stronger with him and looking forward to see him back.
Break time. Back with more on the SportsMax Zone. More football and this issue after this.
Thank you for watching SportsMax on YouTube. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and to click the notification bell to stay informed.